Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
180!
Connor, congratulations, off and running here in Minehead, but we were just chatting there, the toughest game possible for you in a very good friend in Martin
It
Lukeman.
was the worst game possible. I mean, it's not very nice to play one of your best friends and somebody you practice with so closely. I didn't enjoy. I'm happy that I won. Don't get me wrong, but it's very different from being happy that you won and enjoying winning. I didn't enjoy that win because me and Martin are so close. Like, as a friend, I'm gutted for Martin at the end of the day. I'm absolutely gutted for him. It's one of those. It's a very much a double-edged sword when you're playing such a close friend. But obviously, we might be meeting a lot more very soon. Like, I played Richie at the Grand Slam and we met there, and that wasn't a very nice thing for me either. But it's one of those things that I have to get used to.
Well, you touched on there, obviously you're going to be on tour next year, so is that one thing that you need to learn, almost be a little bit nasty and think about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, even before we went up, me and Martin were talking about it, and it's like, well, we in want of a better way to put it, we both got to pay our rent. Like, it's one of those, like, it's horrible having to play each other, but we both have to pay our rent and pay our dues, do you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, you don't get anything for coming second in this game a lot of the time, so if you do play a friend, you have to try and be as ruthless as possible. I wish I had more of that ruthless streak, but I don't an awful lot of the time, and I'm my own worst critic. But no, it was terrible that I had to play Martin, to be fair.
Winning your opener, that's more ranking money. Your smirk says it all, that you know you're edging ever so close now to that top 64 and on merit, and not having to worry about the Challenge Tour.
So close yet so far. To be fair, I'm not thinking about that too much. Like, to be honest, I'm normally one of those people that analyse everything, but I didn't think about that at all today, to be fair. I just tried to do all my practice properly, got here as early as I could, and just try and get everything right before I played a close friend. I made sure my darts was right before my head was right, if that makes sense. So as long as my darts are okay, then I can, because your head changes during a game anyway, so if I can get my head straight, then it's one of those.
Connor, congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much, Mr. Buzz.
You touched on it there, Connor, how tough it is to play a good friend in Martin, but does that affect the preparation as well when that draw comes out and you know that you've got to face them on the stage?
Yeah, it affects the preparation a lot. I mean, me and Martin, like today, if we played other people, me, him and Richie Eddowes would be practicing on the same board. Like, it's one of those, like, if I go to a pro tour, me and Martin practice together. We do like a little routine before the tournament starts, stuff like that. It's very difficult to do that, like, to not do that. Like the Grand Slam, for example, I practice with Dave Chisnell and Richie Eddowes. Ross Smith I practice with occasionally, but not very much on tour. But Chizzy and Eddowes are two of the people I practice with on tour. So it's one of those, okay, right, so I can't practice them before I play, because it's a very strange feeling. I don't like ignoring people, and I don't like being standoffish. It's not my style. I very much just like enjoying a game of darts, but it's something that I really need to come to terms with and learn.
Is there anything that you will do differently to try and come to terms then, like Phil said, get that nasty streak when you're on tour next year?
When I played Martin then, I think I was averaging over a ton for an awful lot of the match, if I'm honest. Like, but I had my sort of, my wife got me a little card with sort of her and the dog on, sort of thing. So I was looking at that for a lot of the game. I wasn't really watching what Martin was doing, and I think just sort of disassociating myself from the game, like, and just going up there as if I was doing anything else, I think that helped me a lot.
And next up it could be the number 2 seed, Stephen Bunting. Even though you've not got a card, you've played an awful lot of the Pro Tour events, so no matter who you face, is it just there's no fear factor there now because you've played them all so much?
Funny you should say that, because that's one of the other people I'm normally practice with on tour.
Not looking good, is it?
No, it's not, no. I mean, me and Steve are quite close as well, so that would be a terrible draw. But it's one of those, I think I'm learning an awful lot of harsh lessons very soon, which is good because my card doesn't really start until next year. So it's good to learn those lessons now.
Just need to follow up with everybody and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I haven't got the capabilities for that. I'm a very little man with not an awful lot to say.
Cheers, Connor. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
One.